Hi guys, welcome back to my Brave XCS guide. Now I'm gonna review the limited unit Lara Croft Neo Vision. Is she worth chasing? Let's take a look on her normal form first. I can say that her normal form is, in quote, unusable. Okay, it is not bad, but what you want to use is her Brave Shift form almost on all occasions. Okay, I think most of her abilities on normal form only useful for filling her limit burst gauge. For example, her normal attack. It reveals 30 limit burst crystals to herself. With dual wield, she will recover 60 limit bursts, which means full limit burst. So yes, you can use her Brave Shift limit burst immediately on the next turn. If you think the damage is too small, simply use your triple bolting strike chain. Okay, with triple cast, you will get 60 limit burst crystals. However, the damage modifier is not impressive even on class of wheels. Igni is still better in terms of damage modifier for this normal form. Her cooldown ability will imbue and increase fire damage to herself, so I think it is the only important skill on this form because yes, it is a setup for her Brave Shift form. She is also, yes, a true Brave Shifter. So yes, you want to keep switching back and forth without worrying. Okay, you can do that. So you can use her normal form to fill limit burst and then Brave Shift to deal damage. Her normal form limit burst is not bad, but I think it's more geared to support and chaining instead of damage. First, on the non-class of wheel stage, it only deals 120 times fire damage, which is not amazing. And sure, it is chainable with triple bolting strike, but you don't get full damage boost, okay, because it is chaining ability. So yes, it won't deal full damage like finishing attack. Second reason is, on this normal form, she doesn't have any limit burst damage boost passive. So I can say it's kind of troublesome to gear her with that, okay, to get that 300% limit burst damage if you still want to rely on limit burst damage on normal form. So yes, simply ignore it. Especially when her stats is not amazing by any means. She only gets 180% attack boost, which is very low, especially when compared to premium unit like Sephiroth, who gets 320% attack boost. My conclusion for this normal form is, yes, it is simply transition form. Like I said, use it to fill your limit burst and then get back to your Brave Shift form. Now let's take a look on her Brave Shift form. So her Brave Shift form abilities seem crazy because it can deal like 3,500 times on class of wheels. On normal situation, only 300 times. It is still good, okay, because yes, because this is triple bolting strike, it can chainable, so I can say that it's like 100 times damage per cast. Not amazing, but not bad. Okay, and talking about triple cast, she doesn't have triple cast, but yeah, you don't need to worry because even if she has triple cast, it's kind of impossible to use, to chain all of her chaining abilities, okay, because that means you need 9 bolting strike. One skill equal to triple bolting strike chain, okay? So the abilities give you 2 killers, so use the one which suitable with the enemies you are currently fighting. There is one fatal weakness though. The abilities, including her grandest, all of them use 50 limit burst crystals. So after using this, you probably won't be able to use your limit burst on the next turn unless you get some support from other characters. It is not a problem on class of wheels though, because yes, these abilities are stronger than her limit burst on class of wheels, especially when you max your morale. For limit burst, it is pretty decent, but again, I kinda hate it. The first reason is, yes, I don't like this because you need to stack this. Okay, it is same like Sephiroth and Tifa, but yeah, this one, it deals non-elemental damage. So I can say it may be harder to hold back the damage because you cannot make the enemy resist against non-element. I know you can still use physical mitigation like maybe reflecting Protecga, but again, to be honest, I hate that kind of setup. And without that setup, this limit burst deal too little damage, only 90 times without stack. Okay, of course, there are good things on her limit burst too. First, it is an AoE attack. If you remember Sephiroth, Tifa, Xian, and Kurasame, all of their limit bursts are single target. So this one is nice because AoE. Second is this limit burst has built-in 300% limit burst damage buff. So yes, she has 600 limit burst damage without needing any help from others. Okay, so sure, it has lower damage modifier even on maximum stack, 250 times versus 300 from Xian and Kurasame, or 350 times from Tifa and Sephiroth. But again, those other characters need support from Zidane STMR to reach that 300%. Lara doesn't need that, okay? She doesn't need anyone. Maximum right from the start. So the third good thing is, yes, I have said it is non-elemental, so it's kind of bad. But again, it's also good because it is non-elemental, because it is flexible and usable in lots of situations. So simply bring another character who is able to imbue her with other elements you want to use, and tada, you have strong finisher. Okay, and this Brave Shift form also has 4 killers, which is amazing, especially against beast and human. So I can say pretty nice. Okay, that's all you need to know about Brave Shift form. Now let's compare her to other finishers. If you compare her to premium finisher like Tifa, Sephiroth, it's clear who is the winner. Tifa and Sephiroth have better damage modifier on the limit burst. However, on Clash of Wills, Lara is better because she can deal 3,500 times damage, which is much higher than Sephiroth and Tifa. Even when you match their, let's say, limit burst damage, oh, that on arrival, those two. For stats, I can say I kinda hate Lara because, yes, I know she gets 500 static attack, okay? But you only get that when she reaches X+3. So yes, Lara may be not premium, but she is expensive, very expensive, okay? 500 static attack on X+3, that's kind of insane because Tifa and Sephiroth get it when they reach X+2. Remember that Sephiroth and Tifa has access to 1000 static attack through their equipment. Okay, Tifa can get 1000 static attack from 2 of her STMR, which is I recommend you to get it. Okay, and Sephiroth also able to get from Masamune and his STMR. Insane. But for Lara, yes, you can get maybe, let's say, yeah, I can say she cannot get that because the only equipment that increase her static attack is the Vision card, which increase 500 static attack. After that, nothing. Okay, so yes, without that 500 static attack, her stats gonna be lower than Sephiroth and Tifa. And if you compare her to normal character, non-premium finisher like Xian and Kurasame, I can say still okay. Yes, I know maybe you say the damage difference is not big, 300 times versus 250 times, but still, it is higher. And yes, I know you again say, but you need to wait until you can use the super limit burst. Yes, you are correct, but again for Lara, you need to stack Lara limit burst, which probably takes about 3 to 4 turns, okay, to reach that 250 times. And you also need to be careful not to kill the enemies when gathering the stack. Okay, so you need to protect, in quote, your enemy. Oh my god, please don't die the enemy. But for Shen and Kurasame, simply chill, do their best to protect themselves from the damage on Dark Vision, to survive on themselves, and then after that, kaboom, super limit burst. But Lara, you need to give the enemy, it's kind of annoying setup, I can say, okay. And in the end, you still need to wait for 3 to 4 turns. So yes, just think about that. Maybe on long-term battle, not maybe. On long-term battle, Lara gonna be superior because after she reaches that maximum stack, if the enemy doesn't die, she can spam that until enemy dies. But again, on Dark Vision and Clash of Wheels, I don't think that's the case because they want us to deal as much damage in one turn, so that's not the case. Okay, this make me feel using Lara is kind of annoying, okay? And that's all, okay? I think Kurasame and Xian are better in terms of burst damage, okay? In terms of flexibility, of course, Lara is the best. So in the end, my conclusion for Lara, she is superb character for Clash of Wheels, period. Stronger than Igni and Louis. But I think in a no Clash of Wheels situation, she is simply too complicated. Okay, I kind of hate a character like this because you need to build her stack. And yes, maybe you complain to me, but Sephiroth and Tifa also need to build their stacks. Yes, they need to do the same, but remember, those two already deal amazing damage even without stack, okay? If I'm not mistaken, 250 times on the first hit, on the first usage, while Lara only 90 times. So pathetic, okay? So yes, on Clash of Wheels, I don't see Lara is interesting. On Clash of Wheels, good. And her Trust Mastery word is also good, but I don't think it is that tempting because yes, we already have lots of attack with true double hand or true dual wield combination, so I don't think it's something that rare. Is this good? Yes, it is probably one of the best Trust Mastery word on the game because it is flexible, but do you need it? I don't think so. Okay, good, yes. Do you need it? Maybe not. Especially for veteran. And for STMR, it is two-handed gun. Nice for her, but again, it is not that special because this gun doesn't give you like killers. Yes, I know this gun doesn't give you limit burst damage because it is pointless because Lara already reached 300% limit burst damage boost. So she doesn't need any more. And yes, that's it for STMR, not interesting. And her vision card is nice, but again, the level 10 ability only useful for herself. So I don't think it is that tempting to get it. Okay, so in the end, I can give her 9 out of 10, maybe 8.5. This is definitely not my favorite character, okay? Too complicated to use in my opinion. But on Clash of Wheels, I can say that C is 10 out of 10. Okay, so thank you very much for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more Final Fantasy Pro X Fuse guide. Bye bye guys!